Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Street of Silence. My name is Mark, and I'll be your host today. Our channel explores the unknown and looks at a variety of unexplained topics such as UFOs, ghosts, cryptids, and other mysterious phenomena. Before we begin, we kindly ask that you hit the like button, and if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel. Today, we're going to be looking at the Chupacabra. The Chupacabras are legendary creatures that have been spotted in various parts of North America since the 1970s. The name Chupacabra translates to goat sucker in Spanish. This legend first occurred in Puerto Rico. Today the creature has become popular mainly in the southwest United States, especially Texas. There's been various sightings that have contributed to its popularity. The roots of this legend are important to explore, so let's take a look at the origin. In 1975, there was a series of livestock killings in the small town of Moca, Puerto Rico. At first, the people suspected that the killings were satanic in nature, but that same year, more killings in a similar fashion were reported around the island. Many animals were slaughtered and their blood was drained. It was said their bodies were drained through a series of small circular incisions. 20 years later, in March 1995, in Puerto Rico as well, 8 sheep were discovered with 3 puncture wounds around the chest. All of the animals were drained of blood. Since these first early reports, Chupacabra has been spotted all throughout Central America and throughout the US as well. Sightings are most common in the southwest portion of the country, but sightings have even occurred up north in states like Maine. The Chupacabra is generally described in 2 different ways. The first way is that the Chupacabra is described to be a reptile-like creature with leathery or scaly greenish-grayish skin. It is said to have sharp spines or quills running down its back. Eyewitness reports the height as being somewhere between 3 and 4 feet, and that the creature as well hops similar to a kangaroo. Some people report the Chupacabra has big red eyes. The second description is that of a wild dog. Eyewitnesses report the animal is mostly hairless and has a pronounced spinal ridge and also has fangs and claws. It is said that the hair loss from these creatures is the result of mange, which is an infestation of the mite Sarcoptes scabiei. The first popular recorded sighting of this cryptid occurred in August of 1995 in Canovanas, Puerto Rico. The individual who spotted this was named Madeline Tolentino. Tolentino described the creature as being about 4 feet tall, with thin arms and legs, and having 3 fingers and 3 toes. The creature had large red eyes. It had long spikes down its back and no nose or ears. As she screamed once she saw the creature, the animal scurried into the jungle. Perhaps the next most famous case around the Chupacabra is the one of Phyllis Canyon. Miss Canyon owned a ranch in Cuero, Texas, and discovered 3 40-pound bodies of some unknown animals. She saved the head of one of the animals. Mrs. Canyon wasn't your average citizen. She was an avid hunter and spent years in Africa. As such, there was definitely reason to pay attention to her story. She pointed out that her chickens weren't eaten, but the blood was drained. This led her to believe that the bodies were not coyotes. She guessed somewhere in the range of 25 chickens had been killed over the years with their blood drained. Miss Canyon has stated that she has seen the Chupacabra on her ranch multiple times. Today, Miss Canyon has the body of one of the Chupacabra stuffed and on display at her home. Experts refute her claim it is real and state it is a coyote. Other theories on Chupacabra is that it's some sort of dog, that it descended from a mutilated litter, and has remained undiscovered. Chupacabra is one of the more well-known cryptids today. Often there's been countless sightings throughout Central America and North America. Compared to other cryptids, though, it is relatively new and just recently has came into the spotlight. There's many questions, though, surrounding this creature. If so many people have reported blood being drained, what is doing this? University of Michigan biology professor Barry O'Connor claims that the chupacabra is simply a coyote infected with the parasite Sarcoptes scabiei. This would explain the hairlessness and foul odor. Also, he theorized they attack the animals because they are weak due to their parasite. But how do we explain the eyewitness accounts where Chupacabra is standing on two legs? Many experienced outdoorsmen claim to have seen the creature, and surely they would be familiar with the local wildlife. Others speculate that these events are related to alien phenomena. There are well documented cases of cattle mutilation and strange animal behavior, which has been attributed to extraterrestrial activity. We've seen this in places such as Skinwalker Ranch. Chupacabra seems to have the same dilemma that faces so many other cryptids. We don't know if it's out there, and skeptics won't acknowledge the species until a body is found. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and we welcome all feedback and future story suggestions.